G'day ladies and gents, Rock Ranger 303 here in my first YouTube video, and today I'm going to be reviewing for you my Marlin Model 1895 GBL in 4570 Government. So I've always wanted one of these lever actions. Years ago a mate of mine used to lend me his little carbine which was in 44 Magnum, and I used to love that on the pigs in North Queensland. It was short and light, pointed really easy, lots of firepower, quick firing, used to hit hard at close range. It was really light in the, really handy in the bush. So now I've finally got one of my own. This one is in 4570 because I just wanted the biggest caliber that I could get. I was really worried about buying this because there's been a lot of, you hear a lot about the quality control since Remington bought Marlin. They moved the production of these rifles to another factory, and everybody says you should get a JM stamped prefixed Marlin and all the rest of it, but I couldn't do that. I had to buy this. As you can see, I live in a pretty remote sort of area if you pan around to the south there, Anna. So my nearest gun shop is about 1500 k's in that direction, or 900 mile or something like that. So I had to buy this on the phone, do all the paperwork and get it sent to me sight unseen. I was a bit worried about what the the quality control, but my fears are unfounded. This is really, really good. So I'll go through it now for you. So I start at the beginning. The muzzle, this is safe, lever's open, it's been checked for safe. The muzzle, as you can see, is not, it's not a recessed crown or anything, so maybe you've got to be a bit more careful in the bush or whatever, but it's fine. My biggest gripe, or my only really gripe with this rifle is this front sight hood. It's only held on by like spring tension, as you can see, and maybe I'll have to squash that up a bit and get it to hold on a bit tighter, but that comes off. Sometimes it comes off under recoil, and sometimes, I think, even doesn't matter how tight I get it, it's going to be able to come off in the bush when I'm going through the thick stuff, and I'll look down one day and it won't have it there. So that's really the only gripe that I've got. The sight itself is good. The rear sights are just the folding buckhorn ones, adjustable for elevation and windage if you drift them across. There's nothing wrong with them. They work the way they're supposed to and they're good and everything, but my eyes are getting a bit older now, so I'm going to replace these with a set of Apertures XS or Skinners or something like that. But there's nothing wrong with them, they're fine. 6-shot tubular magazine plus one in the chamber. I wanted 6 shots because you can buy them with 4-round magazines. If 4 rounds of 4570 Government is good, then 6 rounds have got to be better. So that's why I went with that. Laminated timber on the forestock and the butt. I wanted laminated because the environment here is really, really rough on timber stocked rifles. All my timber stocked rifles I had to replace with laminated and synthetic stocks because walnut just warps and dries. There's only about 10% humidity here today, and walnut just warps and twists all over the place, and ends up you have to replace it anyway. So I bought this here, I won't have to replace it. The checkering is pretty shallow, it's laser cut, it's not hand on by hand or anything. It's all right, it's better than not having any checkering on there. It's not deep or sharp or whatever, but you can't get that apparently out of laminated timber. You need good walnut to get a really sharp diamond, and I can't get that, but I'm happy enough with it. Drilled and tapped for scope mounts. I'm not going to put a scope on it, but if you wanted to, it'd be fine. Quick release mounts, you could keep the open sights and still have your scope if you wanted it. Side eject, obviously, if you want to have a scope. Magazine loading gate. Big loop lever. I wasn't real keen on the big loop, but now that I've got it, I'm not. It's not too bad at all. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm quite happy with it. These rifles have got a safety. Safety is not a traditional thing on these rifles. People who know about lever actions already know this, but just bear with me if you don't know. So when you fire it, I thought the safety was malfunctioning. I thought, oh no, I've spent all this money on this rifle and the quality control stuff's all correct, and it's not working. But if you look carefully there, you can see the hammer doesn't actually contact the rear of the firing pin. So when the safety's on, it will, correction, the safety's off, it will. So the safety does work. But the traditional safety with these rifles is that it's the half cock where it won't work, and that's all they had for like more than 100 years until lawyers got involved and they decided they needed to add this safety. And a lot of Americans don't like it, and they take it out or they disable it or whatever. That would be illegal here, so I'm not going to disable it, but I probably won't use it. I'll probably just put a little O-ring when I'm in the bush around that little recess that's there, and that'll stop me knocking it across accidentally. And then when I go to fire, I'll thumb the hammer back, I won't get that loud click with nothing firing. And I'll just use the half cock, which is good enough for 100 odd years, it's good enough for me too. The trigger, look, it's a lever action. The triggers on lever actions are never known for being, you know, precision triggers. It's never going to be, and I don't need it to be. I'm happy enough with it. I don't really like this loose part that it is. It's quite sort of, you've got that travel there, and I'll probably replace it with a Wild West Guns kit, but that can wait. It's got sling swivels installed. It's got a decelerator recoil pad, which does a great job of taming this thing. I haven't run red hot rounds through. I haven't had a factory round through it. I probably never will. I reload all my own stuff. I don't run it red hot, but for what I'm doing, 13, 14, 1500 feet per second, it's good. It's fine. There's no worries at all with recoil. My 300 short Magnum kicks a lot harder than this does, a lot sharper. It's a lot harder to handle, so this is fine. The action is pretty smooth. I've only had about 80 rounds through this. I've sat and worked this action in front of the TV a few hundred times, and look, you could probably get it slicker. It's not like a bucket of snot or anything. It's fairly slick, and it's good enough for me. I reckon it's great. It's functioned reliably. Functions through the magazine great. Ejects beautifully. There's no problem at all. It's a really, really good rifle, and I'm really, really happy with it. The wood to metal fit. There's a couple of little tiny gaps that you've really got to look to find, but it's absolutely no problem at all. And just in the short amount of time that I've had it, I would recommend this to anyone. I haven't had a chance to go hunting yet, and I'm still in the load development. I'll put a few range shots in after this, and you can see, you know, a little bit of me at the range, missing a lot of targets. I haven't got any rounds to play around with. It's all load development at the moment. But
we got all the one. We got all the one.
sight's a bit hard to see with this light. Got to get a set of open aperture sights. Get a set of Skinners or something. So there we are, ladies and gents. The Marlin 1895 GBL in 4570. Absolutely awesome. This is the other woman now. My wife's jealous. It's my favourite rifle. It's so much fun shooting cast bullets. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, thanks. Catch you later. Anyway, that's my take on the Marlin 1895 GBL in 4570. I hope you enjoyed watching. It's my first video. If you've got any constructive criticism, yeah, I'd like to hear. If you tell me ways I can improve or whatever, I'd really like to know. Anyway, thanks a lot, and enjoy your shooting.